In today's fast-paced world, maintaining discipline and attention has become increasingly challenging. Our brains are naturally inclined to seek out quick and effortless rewards, often favoring instant gratification over sustained, meaningful effort. This tendency is rooted in our evolutionary wiring, which once helped us survive but now complicates our ability to focus. As technology and distractions multiply, the struggle to stay disciplined is more pronounced than ever. Understanding this internal conflict is the first step toward reclaiming our attention and fostering lasting habits. The brain operates on a fundamental energy investment principle, constantly weighing the effort required for any action against the potential reward. This mechanism evolved to help our ancestors conserve energy and maximize survival, ensuring that only worthwhile tasks were pursued. In modern society, however, this ancient system is frequently exploited by technologies and marketing strategies designed to offer quick rewards with minimal effort. As a result, we often find ourselves drawn to activities that provide instant gratification, even if they are not beneficial in the long run. Understanding this principle sheds light on why certain habits are so difficult to break and why making healthier choices can feel challenging. Modern technology and digital content are meticulously designed to capture your attention by targeting the brain's reward system. Algorithms analyze your behavior, presenting stimuli that trigger dopamine releases, making each notification or scroll irresistible. This engineered cycle of instant gratification undermines self-discipline, as distractions become more appealing and harder to resist. Over time, the constant barrage of tailored content can reshape habits, making it increasingly difficult to focus or unwind. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial for regaining control over your attention and fostering healthier routines. The nucleus accumbens is a key region deep within the brain, often associated with motivation and reward. Contrary to popular belief, dopamine's primary function here is not to create feelings of pleasure, but to drive the sense of wanting or desire. This neurotransmitter signals anticipation and motivates us to pursue goals, rather than delivering satisfaction itself. Understanding this distinction helps clarify how our brains encourage action and engagement, rather than simply rewarding us with pleasure. The interplay between dopamine and the nucleus accumbens forms the foundation of our motivation to seek out new experiences. Dopamine is often associated with pleasure, but its most significant spikes occur during anticipation rather than the actual reward. This means that the excitement we feel before achieving something, like expecting a message or reaching a new level in a game, is what truly drives our engagement. Activities such as scrolling through social media or playing video games are designed to keep us in a state of constant anticipation, triggering repeated dopamine surges. As a result, we become hooked not by the rewards themselves, but by the ongoing promise of something new or exciting just around the corner. Understanding this mechanism sheds light on why these activities can be so addictive. Downregulation is a process where the brain becomes less responsive to dopamine after frequent exposure to easy rewards, such as scrolling through social media or playing simple games. Over time, these quick dopamine hits can dull the brain's sensitivity, making everyday accomplishments feel less rewarding. As a result, activities that once brought genuine satisfaction may seem less appealing or motivating. This shift can impact motivation and overall well-being, as the pursuit of meaningful goals becomes overshadowed by the allure of instant gratification. Understanding downregulation highlights the importance of balancing quick pleasures with more substantial real-life achievements. The tolerance effect describes how repeated exposure to pleasurable activities can gradually diminish their impact, making once enjoyable experiences feel less exciting or rewarding. This phenomenon occurs because our brains adapt to the stimulation, requiring more intense or novel activities to achieve the same sense of satisfaction. Interestingly, this pattern closely mirrors the process seen in addiction, where individuals need increasing amounts of a substance or behavior to feel its effects. Over time, the activities that once brought joy may seem dull, prompting a search for new sources of pleasure. Understanding this effect can help us recognize the importance of moderation and mindful engagement in our daily routines. Instant gratification rewires the brain's reward system, making quick and easy pleasures more appealing than tasks that require sustained effort. As a result, meaningful work can start to feel burdensome, even though it offers deeper satisfaction in the long run. This shift happens because the brain becomes accustomed to frequent, low-effort rewards, making activities that demand patience or persistence seem less attractive. Over time, the pursuit of instant gratification can undermine motivation and make it harder to engage in work that truly matters. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This process is influenced by our daily habits, which can either strengthen pathways associated with discipline or reinforce those linked to distraction. When we consistently practice focused behaviors, our brains adapt, making it easier to maintain discipline over time. Conversely, indulging in distractions can rewire the brain to favor those impulses. Understanding neuroplasticity empowers us to shape our mental habits intentionally, guiding our minds toward greater resilience and self-control. A dopamine detox is often misunderstood as a way to eliminate dopamine itself, but in reality, it focuses on reducing exposure to artificial sources of stimulation. Activities like scrolling through social media, binge-watching videos, or eating highly processed foods can flood the brain with quick bursts of dopamine. The goal of a dopamine detox is to step back from these habits, allowing the mind to reset and regain sensitivity to more natural rewards. By minimizing these overstimulating behaviors, individuals can foster greater focus, motivation, and appreciation for everyday experiences. A dopamine detox allows your brain to reset its sensitivity to pleasure and reward. By temporarily avoiding overstimulating activities, the neural pathways associated with dopamine release become less desensitized. This recalibration makes everyday experiences such as reading, walking, or socializing feel more engaging and satisfying. Over time, natural rewards regain their appeal, helping you appreciate simple moments and fostering a healthier relationship with stimulation. The process supports mental clarity and emotional balance, enhancing overall well-being. During the withdrawal phase of a detox, many people experience discomfort such as irritability, fatigue, or difficulty concentrating. These symptoms are not just a sign of deprivation. They indicate that the brain is beginning to recalibrate after prolonged exposure to certain substances or habits. As neural pathways adjust, the body works to restore balance, which can temporarily feel unsettling. This process is actually a positive sign, reflecting the brain's capacity to heal and adapt. Over time, these sensations typically subside, paving the way for improved mental clarity and well-being. Relying solely on willpower to break dopamine-driven habits often leads to frustration and setbacks. These habits are reinforced by powerful reward circuits in the brain, making them difficult to resist through sheer determination. Understanding the transition period is crucial, as it represents the time when the brain gradually adapts to new routines and reduced stimulation. During this phase, cravings and discomfort are common, but recognizing these challenges can help you develop more effective strategies for lasting change. By acknowledging the limitations of willpower and focusing on the science behind habit formation, you can better navigate the journey toward healthier behaviors. To identify your highest dopamine activities, start by observing which tasks or experiences consistently bring you instant pleasure or excitement. These are often activities that require little effort but offer high stimulation, such as scrolling through social media, playing video games, or indulging in sugary snacks. By reflecting on your daily routines, you can pinpoint the moments when you feel a surge of reward or satisfaction. Recognizing these patterns is crucial for understanding how dopamine influences your choices and behaviors. This awareness lays the foundation for making more intentional decisions about how you spend your time. Establishing a detox timeframe allows your brain to reset from the constant stimulation of high dopamine activities. Even a brief pause can help restore balance to your reward system, making everyday experiences feel more satisfying. This temporary break encourages your mind to adapt, reducing dependence on quick dopamine hits and fostering greater focus and clarity. Over time, you may notice improved mood and resilience, as your brain learns to appreciate more subtle sources of pleasure. Modern life often offers quick sources of dopamine, like scrolling through social media or snacking on sugary treats. While these activities provide instant gratification, they can undermine the brain's natural reward system, making it harder to find satisfaction in more meaningful pursuits. By shifting towards slower, more sustainable activities, such as reading, exercising, or creative hobbies, we gradually rebuild the brain's ability to appreciate deeper rewards. This process not only supports long-term mental health, but also enhances our capacity for focus and resilience. Over time, these changes foster a more balanced and fulfilling sense of well-being. Replacing digital stimulation with engaging activities can significantly improve your sleep quality. Reading a book, cooking a meal, or taking a walk are all excellent ways to unwind and disconnect from screens. Exercising, whether gentle stretching or a brisk workout, helps release tension and prepares your body for rest. Journaling allows you to process your thoughts, while real conversations foster meaningful connections. These alternatives not only reduce exposure to artificial light, but also promote relaxation and mental clarity. Persistence during detox plays a crucial role in reshaping the brain's reward pathways. As you consistently engage in effortful activities, your brain begins to anticipate and find satisfaction in these challenges. Over time, this retraining process shifts your sense of reward away from instant gratification and toward the enjoyment of sustained effort. The result is a greater appreciation for activities that require focus and perseverance, helping you build lasting habits that support long-term well-being. Pleasure and satisfaction are often confused, but they arise from fundamentally different sources. Pleasure is typically immediate, triggered by quick rewards or sensory experiences, and fades just as quickly. Satisfaction, on the other hand, is built through sustained effort and meaningful accomplishment. Lasting fulfillment comes from the sense of progress and achievement, rather than from fleeting moments of gratification. Understanding this distinction can help us prioritize actions that lead to deeper, more enduring contentment. Delayed gratification is a concept rooted in neuroscience, where the ability to resist immediate rewards in favor of long-term benefits is linked to the strength of the prefrontal cortex. This region of the brain is responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and planning. By practicing discipline and consistently choosing to wait for greater rewards, we actively engage and reinforce neural pathways in the prefrontal cortex. Over time, this process builds self-control, making it easier to manage impulses and maintain focus on long-term goals. The science shows that self-discipline is not just a trait, but a skill that can be cultivated through intentional practice. Instant gratification triggers activity in the brain's more primitive regions, such as the limbic system, which is responsible for reward and pleasure. These areas respond quickly to stimuli, often leading to impulsive decisions. In contrast, practicing discipline engages advanced cognitive functions in the prefrontal cortex. This region helps regulate behavior, plan for the future, and resist short-term temptations. By strengthening these higher-order processes, discipline fosters greater self-control and long-term well-being. After completing a detox, many people notice a remarkable shift in their daily lives. Attention span improves, making it easier to stay focused on tasks. Mental clarity increases, allowing for sharper decision-making and problem-solving. Energy levels rise, and there's a newfound enthusiasm for engaging in activities that truly matter. This transformation often leads to a deeper sense of motivation and purpose. As you consistently practice discipline, your brain begins to adapt and rewire itself. Over time, the effort required to stay focused becomes less strenuous, gradually turning into a natural habit. What once felt challenging starts to feel effortless, as your mind learns to prioritize productive actions over distractions. This transformation makes discipline more sustainable, allowing you to maintain progress with greater ease. Ultimately, the process shifts your default state from seeking distractions to embracing purposeful effort. Designing your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your daily habits and supporting discipline. By making distractions less accessible, such as keeping electronic devices out of reach or limiting clutter, you reduce the temptation to stray from your goals. At the same time, placing healthy choices within easy reach, like keeping water nearby or preparing a comfortable sleep space, encourages positive behaviors. This thoughtful arrangement helps you conserve willpower and makes it easier to stick to routines that benefit your well-being. Ultimately, environment design acts as a silent partner in your pursuit of healthier habits and improved self-control. Designing your environment can play a crucial role in supporting better sleep habits. Removing distracting apps from your devices helps minimize late-night screen time, while using blockers can prevent access to websites that disrupt your routine. Preparing your space with healthy choices, such as placing a book by your bedside or setting out herbal tea, encourages restful activities. These practical strategies create a setting that naturally guides you toward behaviors that promote quality sleep. By making small adjustments, you can transform your surroundings into a supportive foundation for smarter sleep tonight. Dopamine is not only shaped by individual actions, but also by the social environment. The habits and behaviors of people around us can subtly influence our own dopamine baseline and motivation levels. For example, being surrounded by highly motivated individuals may encourage similar patterns in ourselves, while exposure to less active or disengaged groups can have the opposite effect. This social dimension highlights how our brain chemistry responds to cues from our community, reinforcing the importance of positive social interactions for sustaining healthy motivation. Finding supportive communities can play a crucial role in maintaining discipline and focus. When you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, you gain encouragement and motivation to stay on track. Accountability partners offer a sense of responsibility, helping you follow through on your commitments. This mutual support system fosters a positive environment where progress is celebrated and setbacks are addressed constructively. Over time, these connections can strengthen your resolve and make it easier to achieve your goals. Many people struggle with discipline, often feeling as though their own minds are working against them. This sensation arises when the brain is hijacked by stress, fatigue, or unhealthy habits, making self-control seem nearly impossible. However, after recalibrating through restful sleep and mindful routines, the brain regains balance and clarity. Discipline becomes less of a battle and more of a natural response, allowing decisions to flow with greater ease. Understanding this shift can help us approach self-improvement with patience and realistic expectations. Freedom is often thought of as the ability to do whatever we want, but true freedom goes deeper. It means gaining control over our minds and choices, rather than allowing algorithms and impulses to dictate our actions. By becoming more aware of how external influences shape our decisions, we can reclaim autonomy and make choices that align with our values. This shift empowers us to live more intentionally, rather than simply reacting to the world around us. The brain is constantly adapting, reshaping itself in response to our daily decisions. Each choice we make, whether to stay focused or give in to distraction, influences the pathways that govern our habits. Over time, consistently choosing discipline strengthens neural connections related to self-control. Conversely, repeated distractions reinforce patterns that make it harder to concentrate. Understanding this ongoing process highlights the importance of mindful decision-making in shaping our mental resilience. Intrinsic motivation is the drive to engage in activities for the pure satisfaction they bring, rather than for external rewards. When we learn to enjoy effort and meaningful work for their own sake, we cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. This internal motivation often leads to greater persistence and creativity, as the focus shifts from outcomes to the process itself. Over time, embracing intrinsic motivation can transform routine tasks into opportunities for growth and personal satisfaction. Take a moment to reflect on your daily habits and pinpoint the activity that provides the most empty dopamine, those quick bursts of pleasure that offer little lasting satisfaction. Once identified, challenge yourself to remove this source from your routine for the next 7 days. During this period, pay close attention to how your mood, focus, and sleep patterns evolve. You may notice subtle shifts in your energy and overall well-being as your mind adjusts. This simple experiment could reveal the impact of dopamine-driven behaviors and help you make more mindful choices moving forward. Taking the time to document your experience can reveal valuable insights into how your relationship with effort and satisfaction evolves. By reflecting on the changes you notice, you may uncover patterns that help you understand what motivates you and what brings you fulfillment. This process encourages greater self-awareness and can guide you toward more effective strategies for achieving your goals. As you observe your progress, you might find that your perception of effort shifts, leading to a deeper sense of satisfaction in your accomplishments. Embracing the journey of rewiring your brain is a powerful step toward greater discipline and fulfillment. This process requires patience and consistent effort, but the rewards are profound and lasting. By cultivating new habits and perspectives, you lay the foundation for meaningful transformation that extends beyond daily routines. Over time, these changes become integrated into your life, shaping a future defined by resilience and purpose. The path may be challenging, but each step brings you closer to a more disciplined and satisfying existence. Recently, there has been a noticeable surge in online content discussing dopamine and its effects on our daily lives. Many influencers and wellness advocates promote the concept of dopamine detox, claiming it can reset the brain and improve focus. However, much of this information is based on anecdotal evidence or simplified explanations. This section aims to delve into the real science behind dopamine, separating fact from fiction and clarifying what a dopamine detox truly entails. By understanding the underlying biology, we can better assess the validity of these popular claims. Dr. Anna Lembke is a renowned psychiatrist and researcher whose work explores the impact of dopamine on our behaviors and well-being. In her book, Dopamine Nation, she examines how modern society's constant pursuit of pleasure can lead to addiction and imbalance. One of the key takeaways is the importance of understanding dopamine's role in motivation and productivity. By recognizing how quick rewards can undermine sustained effort, Dr. Lembke encourages us to seek healthier habits and embrace discomfort as a path to greater focus and achievement. Her insights offer practical guidance for anyone looking to optimize their productivity in a world saturated with instant gratification. Drawing from my background in both medical and psychological studies, I have gained a comprehensive understanding of how dopamine influences our bodies and minds. This dual perspective allows me to explore not only the biological mechanisms behind dopamine, but also its impact on behavior and mental health. Through years of research and clinical experience, I have observed firsthand how dopamine shapes motivation, mood, and even sleep patterns. By integrating insights from these fields, I aim to provide a well-rounded explanation of dopamine's role in our daily lives. Dopamine is a chemical messenger known as a neurotransmitter, playing a crucial role in the brain and body. It helps regulate movement, ensuring smooth and coordinated actions. Beyond physical control, dopamine is deeply involved in mood, reward, and motivation, influencing how we feel and what drives us. When dopamine levels fluctuate, it can impact our emotions and behaviors, highlighting its importance in everyday life. Understanding dopamine provides insight into how our brains manage both physical and psychological processes. Dopamine transmission in the brain can be understood through two distinct modes: tonic and phasic. Imagine tonic dopamine as a steady background hum, much like the constant glow of streetlights that provide ongoing illumination. In contrast, phasic dopamine resembles sudden flashes, similar to headlights turning on when a car approaches, signaling important events or changes. This difference helps explain how our brains maintain baseline motivation while also responding quickly to new rewards or challenges. By using these analogies, the roles of tonic and phasic dopamine become clearer and easier to grasp. Dopamine prediction errors occur when there is a mismatch between what we expect and what actually happens. For instance, when you anticipate a social media notification and it arrives, your brain experiences a surge of satisfaction. However, if the notification is less rewarding than expected or doesn't arrive at all, you may feel disappointment. This dynamic shapes how we respond emotionally to digital interactions, reinforcing behaviors that lead to positive surprises and discouraging those that result in unmet expectations. Over time, these dopamine-driven feedback loops can influence our habits and overall sense of satisfaction. Unexpected rewards trigger a surge of dopamine in the brain, creating a sense of excitement and anticipation. This mechanism is deeply rooted in our biology, as dopamine is associated with motivation and pleasure. Digital platforms often exploit this response by offering unpredictable incentives, such as notifications or achievements, to keep users engaged. The unpredictability makes these rewards more compelling, encouraging repeated interaction. Over time, this can lead to habitual use, as the brain seeks out the next surprise. Social media platforms are designed to capture our attention by leveraging algorithms that deliver unpredictable, intermittent rewards. These rewards might come in the form of likes, comments, or new content appearing at irregular intervals. This randomness triggers a sense of anticipation, encouraging users to keep scrolling and checking for updates. The psychological mechanism at play is similar to that found in slot machines, where the uncertainty of the next reward keeps people engaged. As a result, users often find themselves seeking more stimulation, making it difficult to disengage from the platform. In recent years, addictive behaviors have become increasingly prevalent, especially as technology continues to shape our daily routines. The role of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, is now a central topic in discussions about how digital platforms influence our habits. Many apps and devices are designed to trigger dopamine responses, encouraging repeated use and making it harder to disconnect. This growing awareness has sparked conversations about the impact on productivity and mental health as individuals struggle to balance engagement with technology and their overall well-being. Understanding dopamine's influence is key to addressing these challenges and fostering healthier interactions with our digital environment. A dopamine detox does not mean eliminating dopamine from your body, as dopamine is a vital neurotransmitter. Instead, it involves temporarily abstaining from activities that trigger intense dopamine responses, such as social media, video games, or junk food. The goal is to reduce overstimulation and allow your brain to reset its reward pathways. By stepping back from these stimulating behaviors, you can regain control over your attention and impulses. This approach encourages a more balanced relationship with everyday pleasures and distractions. Addiction often begins with repeated exposure to activities that provide intense rewards, such as gambling, gaming, or substance use. Each time these activities are experienced, the brain releases a surge of dopamine, reinforcing the behavior. Over time, the brain adapts by reducing its natural dopamine production, leading to a deficit state. This creates a cycle where individuals feel less pleasure from everyday activities and increasingly seek out high-reward experiences to compensate. The result is a persistent drive to repeat the addictive behavior, even as its ability to bring satisfaction diminishes.